guys, Miss Mathews here again. So we are doing lesson 25, session 1. All right, so what we would have done before this would have been our unit 3 assessment, the quiz on lesson 24. All right, if you have any questions on those, you let me know and I could probably record a lesson to talk about those two things. As of right now, we're going to do session 1, and the unit that we're on is about measurement, okay? Data and measurement. So it's a complete different domain from our fractions that we were on for quite some time. Okay, this is our learning target. I can convert measurements. Very simple. Read it to yourself, right? Measurements, and I can convert it. And convert means what? To change, right? To change measurements from one measurement to another measurement. So this whole lesson is about if I am measuring something in yards and I want to know how many feet it is, what is the math do I do to be able to change that? So a lot of it is patterns too. Let's look at this. So for yards, every 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So for 2 yards, how much do you think it'll be? Every 1 yard, I get 3 feet. So every 2 yards, I'm going to get what? 6 feet, right? Every 3 yards, I'm going to get, how much? 9 feet. And every 4 yards, I'm going to get to 12 feet. And every 5 yards, I'm going to get to 15 feet. How do I know that? Because I'm multiplying 2 by 3. I'm multiplying, right, to get 6. And then I multiply 3 by 3. Then I multiply 4 by 3, and then I multiply 5 by 3. So you see, 2 by 3 is 6, 3 by 3 is 9, 4 by 3 is 12, and 5 by 3 is 15, right? 1 by 3 is 3. Do you see that? So it increased by a factor of 3. So if I wanted to know how many feet 10 yards would give me, all I need to do is multiply that by 3 and I will get 30. All right, let's move on. So let's try to read this problem. Can you read it with me? I read, you read, we read, right? Lyra finds an antique dresser that is 4 feet wide. She wants to know if it'll fit in her room. She measures the space in inches. How many inches wide is the dresser? So they also gave you that scale, that measurement, right? They told you that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And she finds an antique dresser that is 4 feet wide. So it's 4 feet wide. How many inches do you think that would be? If 1 foot is to 12 inches, then 4 feet is to how many? What do you think we do? We multiply 12 inches by 4 feet. 12 times 4 is 48 inches. You got it, right? Get it? Any questions? Let me know. All right? Okay, let's move on. Oh, we solved it already. That's great. And who are you going to talk to? People who comment, see what they got and why they got that. Okay, let's look back to try to connect it. Look at the problem on the previous page. Is the number of inches in feet greater than or less than the number of feet? So let's listen to this one more time. The number of inches, so it was 4 feet and it gave us 48 inches, right? Because 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Let's try to explain. The number of inches in 4 feet, is that greater or less than the number of feet? So this is a bigger number than this guy, right? So let's look right here on this side. Let's read what this says. An inch is a smaller unit of measure than a foot. So you need more inches than feet to measure the same length. Okay, that's what you're writing for that connected section. And connect it to So you solve the problem using the relationship between units to find the equivalent measure. You can use what you know about the unit sizes and operations to convert the measurement units. Right? The table shows equivalent measurements of weight. Is an ounce a smaller unit or larger unit than a pound? Okay, remember, 1 pound, let's look. Who knows how many ounces in a pound? 16 ounces, right? Now, ounces is a smaller unit of measure, so the number is going to be bigger, right? 1 ton is 2 pounds. I should say 2,000 pounds, right? 1 pound, 16 ounces, 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. And sorry, I am assuming you guys know what that K means. And that K usually means 1,000, but I'll write out 2,000 pounds. Got it? Nice. Okay, so is an ounce a smaller unit or a larger unit than a pound? It is smaller. See, 2A, your answer is smaller. A melon weighs about 2 pounds. How many ounces is 2 pounds? So if 1 pound is 16 ounces, 2 pounds is 32 ounces. 2 pounds would be 16 ounces times 2, or 16 plus 16. Remember, multiplication is repeated addition. It's 32 ounces. Got it? B. Suppose a basket of melon weighs 64 ounces. Is the weight in pounds greater than or less than 64 pounds? How do you know? Pound is a larger unit than ounces, so the number of pounds will be less than the number of ounces. So 64 ounces is equal to 4 pounds. See, 4 is a number less than 64. That's what it's saying. All right? Do you have any questions on that so far? Let me know. Complete the table to convert from ounces to pounds. Okay, let's do that table really fast. So this table starts with 16 ounces, 2 pounds. So we know every 16 ounces is 1 pound. So for 32 ounces, how much do you think that will be? 2 pounds. Correct. The third one, they gave us the 3 pounds. How do I find the answer up here? I do 3 multiplied by 16. Exactly. And do you guys know what that is? 48 ounces. They gave us this one. What do you think this is going to be? Yep, 4 pounds. All right, let's go to reflect. All right, this is our exit ticket. Describe a real-world object that can be measured using 2 different units and tell which 2 units you could use. Which unit would you need more of to measure the object? And you can talk about anything you want, from ounces, pounds, milliliters, liters. You can use any kind of different measurement that you would like to use. Hey guys, so just a continuation for us to go through the vocabulary section, because I know you guys always like to have a little bit of help on that. So let's look at it. So we're still on lesson 25, session 1. We're going to look at equivalent measurements. So remember what equivalent means? Something is equivalent. It's equal measurements, just written in a different form. All right. So we have up here measurements that have the same value but in different units. So for example, we have 1 day is 24 hours, right? And 1 hour is 60 minutes. And here we have 1 pound, 16 ounces, 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. Right here, 1 yard is 3 feet. So you see 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. and it's 1 yard. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So we have a length of space, and it could be 1 foot, and the same thing is also 12 inches. Do you see how that's the same? And 1 gallon is 4 quarts, and 1 quart is 4 cups. So all of these are equivalent measurements, right? Equivalent means it's written in a different form, but it means the same thing. So for example, if I say, I could get all of this done in 1 day, versus I say, I could get all of this done in 24 hours. I use the word 24 hours versus 1 day, but they both mean the same thing. It means that I can get both of these things done in the same period of time. I just use a different unit. In one, I used hours, and in one, I used day, right? 1 day, 24 hours. 24 is a bigger number than 1. It's a bigger number because 1 day has 24 hours in it, and the hours is a smaller unit of measure than a day. Got it? All right, that's the end of that lesson. Thanks, guys. See you next time.